Hopefully we're not dropping any frames. All right, looks like we're good. Hey guys, welcome back to the Tech City stream. We're gonna let the chat and viewer count kind of fill up really quick before we get started this week. I'm joined by Garrett. This week we're gonna be talking about the KWA Fight Night episodes that just released. They just released another season of Fight Night. If you guys don't know what KWA Fight Night is, it is basically a 1v1 uh, of skilled players that are invited to this event. Um, but the production scale of filming and media and the way it's marketed, the production scale is on another level. I think it was like Airsoft Pro League that tried to do something similar a couple years
So
ago.
essentially, they're trying to make like a video series about these
Yeah, it's like a
1v1s.
mainstream like
Yeah,
documentary style
it's like
like
the
yeah.
F1
Yeah, inside
Netflix
F1.
series.
Yes.
Yeah,
it's very similar to the Netflix F1
but for
series.
airsoft.
Yeah, but for Airsoft, having some really skilled players compete and against each other. Um, so KWA Fight Night, the production value and level on it, I actually worked on that personally. I'm just gonna go ahead and switch to our main cam here. I actually worked on Fight Night personally with Tom from KWA. I was gracious enough to be allowed the opportunity to come and ref for them and be a cameraman.
Anyone
Uh,
else we know?
no,
Refing?
I believe refing wise, no. The
Oh, Ryan wasn't there.
Well, he was there for the first event, but then they replaced him with someone from Biohazard.
Okay,
Orion had other obligations to go. If you guys don't know
standard.
Orion, OG Black Sheep member. If you
Who?
know, you know. Who? Sorry. Shout out Black Sheep Airsoft.
Who?
Who? So, but I was given the opportunity to kind of be a part of a fight night and help them ref and help them set up the production. Um, I can say firsthand, I've never seen anything kind of close to that production wise in Airsoft. Maybe Speaky B, but they had guys with these huge camera rigs, like PB camera rigs out
Oh,
there.
like the legit ones.
Yeah,
Okay.
and they were getting shot, and there was more than
With
one.
cameras?
Yeah,
Were they protected at least?
yeah. Well, one guy didn't have protection on his kit
Bad
that they
idea.
contracted to, and like they were telling him, "Yo, you need to put a lens over that red camera." He didn't, and then he got shot, and he was like, "Nope." Next round, he went and put on a protection little layer so that
Did it damage the lens when he got
no, it bounced right off.
lucky?
He got lucky, but
Well,
it's
I don't know how beefy
yeah.
those lenses are. I don't know.
But they had like the whole camera crew out there. I mean, they Tom from KWA, their head of marketing, I believe, um, did not spare a single expense. He went all out on this just because I think it brings a lot of production value to the sport as a whole
Uh-huh.
because there's a difference from marketing like airsoft as it is as an enthusiast to us, like us players, right? Because we kind of have been in the game versus introducing airsoft to like someone that has no idea what airsoft is,
Mhm.
right? Someone that maybe is into gaming or any related space, but
They're probably going for the gamer audience with this one, you think?
essentially, right? The 1v1, the it kind of like gunfight OSP on Call of Duty. It's just the production value that makes it a little more palatable to an audience that we have a lot of trouble reaching. To be quite frank, what's up, Hudson?
We need more gamers.
New Fight Night season. Yes, yes, we're talking about
Hashtag
that.
Fight Night
Mhm.
SCN.
But I think like the production value of it, like if you're someone that has no idea what airsoft is and you sit down and decide to watch a show and Fight Night just happens to be like on your playlist or whatever, it comes up and you click on it and you watch the season, I think for a general audience, it's extremely palatable.
So who do we know that's competed in there? Maybe this is not a great question for me to ask you on stream, but I
We
know.
had a bunch of guys from here. I know SYG, I believe Daniel Young.
Okay, Daniel Young was
They
on there.
had like a team. It was like a
Dylan.
reality TV show where you pick a team and there's a leader.
Oh,
So
I
it
see.
was it was Team Young, and then I know Rusta had like a team. He picked out some people from like the show that were invited, and they got to pick like their team,
Oh,
and
excuse me.
it was a points based like system. Essentially, I know Valiant was in it.
Hmm.
Valiant got like his own team. I believe Cameron was a part of that team. Um, and there was quite a I don't remember off the top of my head because this was actually filmed in
Are you allowed to say?
I don't know actually, but
Okay,
this was
so
actually
whatever.
filmed. This was filmed a while back. I mean, obviously, with any series or show, they're not. It's
Take some
not.
time to edit all the stuff
There's
together.
production. Like we're not filming something. Like it's not like a live stream. Boom, I film it. Boom, it's on TV the next week.
Here
It
we
doesn't
are.
really work like that. Like most major TV shows are shot like a year in advance, right? So just to give you guys an idea, so
So
they
yeah,
did take that.
this is not shot like you've seen tournaments streamed in the past. Like I
Yeah,
know
this is not like
Jungle Ball
half-assed.
has done streams of their events. Tax City has a live stream each night of the games going on. Speed QB live streams. I mean, whatever other fields that exist and have events, probably also, I'd say a fair number of them have probably looked into live streaming that event. That's not
I
what
mean,
this is at all.
yeah, this is more of a, I would say pretty much it's a TV show. It's a documentary, right? Because there's
Kind of, yeah.
B-roll of like sideline and like staging and
Storylines.
yeah, like prepping. You
And
get interviews with like the
they cut to the
competitors.
shot of the guy getting interviewed alone in the room answering the question. Then they
Yeah,
swell the music and then bam, there's the headshot.
yeah. I think the most interesting, if you guys haven't watched it already, definitely go check it out over at KWA USA Instagram. You can
They
go
didn't
over there.
pay us, by the way.
Yeah,
We're just plugging it.
they're not paying us. I actually enjoyed reffing and having that opportunity to be a part of it.
Did you catch any
Um,
Peters?
no, well, actually, yeah.
Can't say.
Um, I'm just not gonna call anybody out, man. You know, it
Tell it to
happens.
the live audience.
It happens. It's airsoft. Name one night where someone doesn't feel it, you know. But yeah,
Tonight.
they had us reffing. They had us calling it the way it was supposed to be called. You know,
What's the shot?
there was no updates on products. We'll actually get into that here in a couple minutes, Hudson.
What
Um,
do you say?
he was asking about like products if we were presenting any on stream today. That
Nothing new.
nothing new, maybe
Just some
some
new information for you guys about what
favorites.
we could do with some of the stuff we got recently.
Yeah. The fight night thing, reffing wise, they had us on a pretty integrity based like system. Like that's what they valued.
Well, they have 100 cameras too.
Yeah, 100 cameras. We were getting
Do you really want to be the cheater?
yeah,
You
info
want to be
from
the
the
enemy
cameraman.
of season one
What was cool is
or
they
season two, I
did
guess.
during production, production was either delayed or I mean there was extra time added on to production to account for challenges. So if someone actually got hit, and let's say it was me and you competing, and I think I hit you, I could actually challenge that at the end of the round, and they would go through all the cameras, including the GoPros on your head, to actually make a decision. And there were some close ones, and then there was ones where it was pretty blatantly obvious, right, that XYZ got hit.
Mhm.
But they allotted time for challenges, which I think is based.
So what? In that case, they would rerun the 1v1,
Yeah,
or they would give it to.
they would readjust points based on the decision. Like, hey,
So
if you
they
don't
wouldn't
call,
rerun the round.
no, but they would adjust the points and whatever. And it, I mean, if it called for, if it was like, oh yeah, it's a tie, but XYZ, no called. There was one, I think there was one round where
That swung it,
yeah, that's one, and they were like, all right, we need to rerun this, and make it fair, right? So they definitely kept integrity a part of the show.
but they didn't disqualify anybody.
No,
Okay.
yeah. So I don't think it was that serious, to where people were gonna get disqualified. Just glancing at chat real quick. Uh, it was definitely more of a just challenge it, and we'll go based off that, off the camera, and both competitors had access to the same ref. Watch, they were both present when
And
the
I'm sure
ref.
they had their own personal cameras as
Well, they
well,
had to
right?
wear KWA GoPros,
Oh, I see.
so the
Do they
ref
have
would
contours?
no GoPros. No contours. I was telling him, I was like, bro, you need to get some contours. We would pull those cameras. The ref would stand there, right? I think Tom was in charge of everything, so he would actually physically stand there, plug it into the laptop, and both competitors got to be present and watch it.
That's cool.
Yeah.
They have zoom cams on some of the guns. That would be clutch.
No zoom cams. I think if I do get the opportunity to work with him again, I will try and
Make
make
that
some
suggestion.
recommendations.
Right.
Yeah.
We'll
They
have you guys in the chat. Go email KWA right now. Ask for
tell
them.
him
I'm
to get
kidding.
zoom cams. Yeah, no, it was a great time. But outside of fight night,
Yeah,
other
gun cams, honestly.
yeah,
That'd be sick.
yeah,
If they're not
outside
doing that
of
already.
fight night
What did
was
that guy
fun.
say?
My contour broke L.
Rage cams have lenses for them.
Yeah.
Airsoft Gateway used to make a lens protector, but that one never really got out of the prototyping stage,
Now, if you have
so you
a
won't see many.
if you have a Roam 3 or a Roam 2, the TLR lens from Gateway actually fits.
Is it actually?
That's
I
what's
asked,
on mine.
I
I
asked several
jerry rigged
times.
it. No,
Oh, okay.
you
So it
just don't.
doesn't fit. You just have
It
to.
doesn't fit perfectly, but it works. You just can't screw the cap in all the way because the cap has threads. You can get almost all the way on, but the lens is just thick enough to where it doesn't screw all the way on.
Hmm.
But you don't need it to screw all the way on because you're only gonna have it on one
That's
setting.
not where you're supposed to put the lens, dog.
Yeah, I know, but that's where I put it anyways, and it
They have a
works.
cover that slips on
Yeah,
too.
no, 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 but that's where I put it anyways because it
Okay,
works.
well, there's
Yeah,
your
it works. It
there's your
works.
fix.
I've never had an issue. I've ran that same camera for like 2.5 years now. It's gotten hit in the lens multiple times. Uh, the nice thing is, like, I play paintball with that camera. If it gets hit, I unscrew it, take the lens out, clean it. Right?
Hmm.
Not a big deal.
I don't have to do
Uh,
that because I actually have a slip-on cover
you have
that
the slip-on
prevents the
cover.
paint from
You think
getting
you're
in.
better than me because you have
Low
the
key,
slip-on
yeah.
cover? Yo, Gateway, can we get more slip-on covers, please? Like, actually, please. Thanks.
No comment.
No comment. Yeah. Oh, more chat.
Blowing up the chat. This is what we like to see, guys. We like to interact with
Bro,
you
his
here on the
contour
stream.
battery exploded. What did
Never
you
mind.
do? Did you stab it with
Well, you
something?
can buy
Bro,
contour batteries. I'm not gonna lie to you guys right now.
replacing them is kind of hard, no?
I tried to replace one on my Roam 2, and I never really got the thing back together. I would take that to like a camera shop or
They might be able to help
maybe
you out,
somebody
yeah.
you know who knows what they're doing with that type
B&H
of
Photo, if you
electronics.
guys are
Stop cutting me off, dude.
curious. B&H Photo, they'll fix your
Where?
camera.
Where are they located?
New York, you gotta ship it to them.
No.
Yeah, gotta ship
Never
that thing.
mind.
Check my SSG1. Garrett, turns out my tank also had pressure issues, so they fix it. Thanks for recommending them. DJ was super helpful. Yeah, that sounds good, man.
I don't
DJ is
remember
very
who you
helpful.
are, but I recommended Gateway for HPA issues a couple times last week, so I'm glad they were able to help you out.
Yeah, I'm glad they were able to get you taken care of. DJ is the homie, so
Absolutely.
yeah. Um, moving on, I guess down the list of events that we were kind of going through. Halloween event for Tax City is coming up. If you guys don't know, we are doing a sort of Halloween haunted maze, haunted house. It's gonna be a great time. It's $5 if you pre-register right now on our website, taxcityairsoft.com. That is the first thing you will see. I believe at the door it is $10. If you are a minor, I believe you need adult present because this event for Halloween will interfere with curfew. So if you are under the age of 18 and
Got to bring a parent or
yeah, you
guardian
gotta
with
bring
you.
a parent or guardian, especially in Buena Park, with their curfew, which I believe is like 10:30 or something like that.
We're in
Um,
Fullerton, though, no?
Buena Park, Fullerton, curfew is the same, I think.
Ah,
LA
okay.
County curfew.
I don't live here. That's
Uh,
Orange, dog. Fullerton's not in LA County.
well, technically we're considered LA County. I don't know. We're like on the line. Either way, I know there's a curfew, so be sure to bring a parent or guardian. If you guys are interested and you guys are players that play here regularly, please, if you want to volunteer and scare the living crap out of people,
We'll hook it up with some free passes or something like that.
yeah, we'll hook you guys up. If you guys want to know more details about that, hit Brandon up. If you guys don't know Brandon, he's our one of our managers
Yeah, if you
in the
guys
pro
don't know
shop.
Brandon, maybe they shouldn't be volunteering.
Yeah. If you know Brandon, please email Brandon at taxcityairsoft.com. That's his email.
Is it actually?
Yeah. Just shoot him an email with your name and number, what days you play here. I'm sure he'll be happy to get in contact with you and take care of you. If you guys also have any old Halloween stuff um, in your garage, like spiders or like netting, we have some cool fog machines going for the Halloween event and stuff, but we do need props. And I know we're looking for help with props as well. We will hook you up for that as well. We'll slide you a pass or give you a discount on something. Just contact Brandon
A
per
free
usual.
tax service, maybe.
Yeah. But if you have props, bring them by, dude. Extra spider webs, old netting, whatever it is.
The closer we get to the event, we're probably not going to be needing too much more of that, though, right? I
Yeah.
think I think we'll have it set in
I mean,
stone
I don't.
for the.
As per I've seen the design and the layout of the field. I don't think that we're gonna have a problem with, oh, we have too many props. The more the merrier. So if you guys have them, bring them. Like if it's old stuff in your garage that you used to decorate and you don't need it anymore, you want to get rid of it, get something out of it. Maybe you get some free play out of it. So bring that by. Next event after that, the Halloween event is coming up next week here in October, actually. The date is on the website. For some reason, I've blanked out and I don't remember the date for some reason, but I believe that's
It's a Saturday, right?
yeah, it's one of the Saturdays here in October. So if you guys head to our
14th?
14th, I think it is the 14th. Yeah. We also have the KRYTAC event on November 4th. Uh, I have some updates on that. They said they will allow anything as long as it has a KRYTAC
As long as
receiver.
it's in a crytac body.
Yeah, so they don't.
So I can have my G&P upper with a Mark 18 rail and like a stubby stock
Yeah,
and
yeah.
like
As long as it says as it's the lower receiver says KRYTAC, they'll accept it. That's what the meeting was about. So
what if I put a Crytac Defiant pistol grip on my 416?
I don't think that counts. Because
Crytac grip. What if I
if
put a Crytac rail on it? I don't know. Okay, so
receiver has to be
enough
KRYTAC.
jokes. If you have a Crytac body, they'll let you play this event. So it sounds like Polar Stars and other guns like that are good to go.
I
Actually,
did, dude. Hudson was like, I did a 50 versus 50 gorilla game, and somehow the contour got pretty messed up. I think the back opened and it got shot out.
oh yeah, that would
Yeah,
do it.
no, I've been there, done that.
Shoot your SD card out. It
And
just
the
right it
battery,
pops out.
that's his battery up too.
Yeah.
Nah.
Oh, all right.
Uh,
Well, contours have a weak spot for all you naughty people out there. If you're ever if
behind
you
the
ever
wall.
find yourself getting banned from a field, you know what to do,
Yeah. No. Don't do it here. We'll just take your contour.
or just don't do it.
Yeah, or just don't do
They
it.
don't make them
Go
anymore,
have
man.
fun. Yeah.
Leave them
Seriously, man.
alone.
You got nice gear, take care of it, you know.
Hashtag free contour.
Um, but now that we've pushed through most of the event updates, I'll let you start because I know there's some products you wanted to talk about that you had some experience with lately.
Sure.
So
So I
take it
messed
from here.
around. So Zach, who I think has only appeared on the stream a handful of times at this point, um, he has been our resident ESG Monk Custom paintball grip. You screw in your gun for your HPA
God.
looking airsoft guns. He's been our guy who's the only one doing that. I never really picked one up until last week, and they're really not that bad, to be honest with you. So I will probably have more of a hand in that. And just because I know we have these in stock now, I'm gonna plug. If you guys need an ESG built, bring us the grip. We actually have the Polish Star MR, not the MRS.
That is MRS.
MRS, okay, whatever they
It's their
call it.
micro reg. That's
It's
what
the one that works in the ESG grips for Polish Stars. So if you guys have a Wolverine reg, um, or a Wolverine ESG grip or Monk grip, whatever I don't even know the
they have
brand.
to
I'm new to
provide the
this.
reg. Yeah.
Yeah, bring us the reg. But we have some of these here for all you guys looking to try to build one out with the Polar Star regulator. Um, and we can definitely get that done for you. And I just brought the tank out there because of that. We have a couple other regs as well. We have these Valken ones. We have Ninja ones. These come with the lines. We do sell, I think we have lines that are separate, right? We should, very least. I know a lot of them are come in bundles. Again, these guys right here. So for those of you guys who also are not looking to get an ESG built and you're just looking to get an HPA, I think we have, yeah, we have the batteries, we have the grease, we have the tanks, we have a compressor here.
Yeah. The only thing we don't have is AirTac uppers. I love AirTac uppers, but
We don't carry
we
those
just
here.
can't carry those right
Yeah.
now, unfortunately.
Why
Um,
I just meant like any like you could if someone walked in with a wallet full of cash and said, I want an HPA gun, they could probably walk out uh with a full
happy.
setup.
Yeah.
Or come collect it in like 2 or 3 days later. Might take a bit to finish the gun.
Yeah. But the AirTac upper part of it isn't also terribly hard. I mean, they're quite easy to
So
order
what's that
and put
about?
on.
Explain the AirTac uppers,
So
because
the
I can
AirTac
build them.
uppers, they're just essentially a minimized.
It's slimmer, right?
Yeah, it's a minimized. Basically,
Oh, you know what? I don't. Yeah.
if you took an upper receiver and you basically chopped like all the unnecessary stuff off, no charging handle, all that dumb stuff, no dust cover, right? It's basically it makes your gun look like a paintball gun, but it's the entire carbon fiber, like from the back of your gun to the front of your gun.
So it's not
It's like a
only
tube.
not only is the upper receiver in essence getting chopped, your gearbox itself literally has to get chopped. If you don't have
Yeah,
a Polar Star Fusion engine and you're using you know, the gearbox that came stock with your gun, You're
Yeah,
not purchasing a specialized one. Some of that material actually has to get removed. I had
yeah.
to mill one of those out for Zach
Well, they
one
actually
time.
they so
They sell
they sell
gearboxes that don't
gearboxes
have
that don't have the top, yeah,
the
but they
top.
make uppers that account for that now, so you don't have to cut.
Yeah, but they're not as slim, right?
They aren't as slim, but I would honestly prefer going that route because then that saves you the trouble of having to cut or getting a different gearbox.
No compromise.
No compromise.
No
You want the
compromise.
lightest gun
I want a
possible.
$2,500 ESG
Okay. Yeah, we gotta try. But if you're doing a $2,500
with
ESG,
the aluminum grip.
you got to be doing a fusion engine, man. We can't be doing that. I mean, cylinder drop
F2?
in is F2 is nice, but
Uh, no, fusion engine. I'm sorry.
yeah,
To all
fusion
you
engine.
F2 guys out there,
But if you do have to do a cylinder drop in and you want to put one of the normal carbon uppers on it, we can cut that for you, or we can point you in the right
no, we
direction.
can't.
We can't anymore. We
We
did
never
it.
did.
Well, yeah, it's pricey. It's gonna be an extra charge for us to cut it because that requires,
We don't really have the tools for that here, to be
yeah,
honest
that
with you.
requires
I don't want
special.
to start advertising that.
Yeah,
So yeah, I was able to go outside of this location as a personal favor to Zach, and stick one on a Bridgeport mill to cut that off.
yeah. I don't know if
That might be overkill, but I don't want to spend time
doing that again.
dremeling uppers down like that because that's
Yeah.
the toughest thing we have
We would
here.
just tell you to go buy the carbon gearbox that
Yeah.
has it pre-cut. They sell them on La Capa and AirTac's website. Pretty easy to get.
Is that
Thank you for installing. Yeah,
airtacusa.com?
it's AirTac.
Airtac-usa.com, something like that.
Yeah,
Just Google AirTac Airsoft, you'll find it.
but they make those lightweight carbon uppers, and honestly, after using one, I actually do kind of like them. They're definitely really light. Makes it really easy to like flick your gun around,
Hmm.
and just get on target. And a lighter gun, I mean, you're not as fatigued running around with it. That might just be a skill issue because I'm skinny, but
Hashtag on target.
yeah, pretty much.
What are they saying?
Um, Thank you for installing my Aster.
You
Hudson
got it.
thinking about another Perun. I know Garrett wanted Perun, but I don't care. I'm doing it.
Well, if you want, actually, we were talking about that KRYTAC event earlier. Um, we also have some of those weird specialized Peruns. I actually just, for the first time, figured out how to install one of the KRYTAC Vector Perun
That
MOSFETs,
was pretty interesting.
and I'm pretty impressed. I haven't even programmed it. I barely finished it, like, maybe 5, 10 minutes before we started the stream. I haven't really tinkered around with the settings too much, but having shot stock Crytax before, uh, it's a definite improvement. Any of you guys who seriously want to enjoy your Crytac after you spend all that money on it, you should probably look at the Perun.
Yeah, put some more money into it.
Even if you don't get it from us, it's just my advice to you.
Yeah. Um,
It makes it way better.
well, you had your chance with parts. I've got just a singular couple parts here.
Hmm.
Um, this is stuff that I ordered a while back. Kind of been chilling up here. Not many people know about this company. This is a ZCI gear set. These are 16 to 1 ratio, I believe. Yes. ZCI is a company that makes pretty decent stuff
At a great
for,
price.
yeah, for a very cheap price. I mean, you can get a complete gearbox from them that has all the goodies
It's like a
except the
hundred
MOS.
bucks. Yeah, there's
Yeah.
no MOSFET, but it has a full metal rack piston. I can't speak to the quality of the bearings. I like bushings. I
Yeah.
like to play it safe, but everything else in that gearbox, except for the actual trigger contacts themselves, I would say is desirable. It's a great gun to upgrade off. The only other thing I don't know about is the gearbox shell itself. I don't know where
Yeah, it
that one
looks,
comes
I
from.
mean, it looks like a
It looks
normal
like some ones that I
alloy.
don't like,
Yeah.
to be honest.
I just had a cracked gearbox shell today. You need a FCU for a gate pulsar. So you actually do
No.
not. That runs off the Titan too. So that will run off kind of like a gate control station program. Uh,
Do you?
yeah, it runs off a Titan
No,
too.
no, no. Can you use one though?
What do you mean?
FCU? I don't know. They have like a bunch of ports. The
I
Titan
don't know. You
series.
could probably attach some weird stuff and do some weird programming. I know there was a video Gate actually released. There's a mouse fire or like remote fire, so that they left the pulsar on the field, aired up, pointed at someone's spawn, and they were in the staging area, in the viewing area, pressing a button on their phone. The gun was shooting, and people were so confused. Everyone was like so confused because they're standing in spawn, they're just getting lit up by a gun that's just laying on the table, you know. So I mean, I think you can do some wacky stuff with it, maybe for like milsims, if you mount it on like a drone,
I
right,
gotta
or
hit up
something.
Logan.
Yeah, and just press a button and have the drone just shoot down into a house. Anyways, I'm getting off topic. Um,
Yeah, you are.
our Pulsar is good. So my honest opinion about them, I can't really like.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go too much into detail because I actually haven't had my hands on one.
Me
Uh,
neither.
I've heard both positive and negatives. I've heard some people hate them, and I've heard some people are like, "Hey, this is innovative. This is new." I think the way it works with the Titan 2 is interesting.
That's true.
I would love to get my hands on one. Gate, if you're watching this, we'd love a Pulsar to mess around with. So hit us up. Please hit us up. Next thing I want to talk about was these gears. So I got the 16 to 1 ZCIs, and then I have this SHS DSG set here. You can also get a Rocket one, which is essentially the same thing. But the nice thing is this one kind of comes with an extra tappet plate.
Which a little annoying. They used to come pre-cut.
Yeah, I don't know. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe you guys know something I don't. But didn't SHS DSG gears, they came pre-cut, right? Like
No, you
perfectly.
don't have to ask anybody. I can tell you right now that they did, and I can tell you if you go on Evic's website,
It's the listing.
the listing shows a cut tappet plate.
Yeah,
Which, if you didn't know, uh, dual sector gear, essentially, let's say you have 100% of the teeth on your sector gear. All those touch your
Layer.
piston, pull it back in one stroke. A DSG takes half of those teeth and moves them over to the other side of the gear. So the piston's only being pulled back halfway, but one turn of the gear is going to cycle the piston twice. That's why a DSG is faster. For that to work properly, you have to cut the tappet plate. I think that's probably about as concise as I could have been with that.
Yeah, I kind of miss it that they used to come pre-cut. I mean, it made things a little easier.
Yeah, because now you have
You
to
can,
worry about, oh, do I know how to cut a tappet plate?
yeah, because
Did my friend give me
you,
bad information?
I guarantee you, like I've done a couple DSGs, and I mean they're fun to build, but I can definitely say the part that probably got me to rip my hair out was tappet timing,
Yeah, that's why
because it's like you will mess up.
I
You
never
know,
finished
I
that
don't care
V3.
how good of a tech you are, yeah, like you are gonna mess up tappet timing on the first go. Like
I'm not.
it's never gonna be absolutely perfect. You gotta
Nah,
double
I'm that
check.
good.
You're not good. Yeah, Garrett's not good. We got him here at Tax City. Come see
No,
him.
it's because I had to learn on an AK when I didn't know what I
Yeah.
was doing.
But anyways, I had these 16 to ones, and I think they pair great. I actually just did a 16 to 1 DSG with a 30K a
Oh, that's
couple.
fast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's 30K a
Pushing like
couple.
55.
Yeah, like 50, 55 for a guy. We couldn't get feeding right from him. It was that Strike Industries we had a long time ago.
Ha!
The stubby. Yeah.
Yeah,
We got everything
that
except.
doesn't count.
Yeah, we got everything except his hop up was being weird. It wasn't letting BBs in.
Yeah, fed great in semi.
Yeah, so we had to let him go and get like a second opinion. But I think I did a pretty good job on like the gearbox side of that gun. I mean, it sounded good. Didn't have any issues there.
Hmm.
So, but after doing a 1601 DSG, I really enjoyed that. That is one of my favorites.
Well, there's
Uh,
another reason you brought these parts out, right?
just inexpensiveness as well. I mean, on a budget, like
Well, I thought we were going to talk about short stroke.
short stroking is a, I don't know, to some it's a touchy topic. We do have a bit of time. What
That's
parts would you
okay if you don't want
need?
to talk about short stroking.
What parts would
Forget I
you
said
need?
anything, chat.
If I wanted HP, if you want to HP your high kappa, Julian, you just need the tank reg line, and a primary airsoft adapter. Along with that, you need a stock high kappa magazine.
Or if you want to go old school, you can
Just tap the mag.
tap each mag individually, and you
Yeah.
wouldn't have those crazy looking adapters.
Short stroking. I mean, I'm not gonna really get in depth about it, but what it is essentially you're cutting teeth off of this gear. This is your, I don't know, I'm thinking sector gear,
So
right?
when you start to get into those higher rate of fire guns, what you're going to notice, if you still have your full stroke and your spring is not strong enough, your gear is going to start, it's going to pull your piston back. Piston's going to be traveling forward. It's going so fast, it's actually going to come up and meet the piston again before it's fully returned forward. That's called premature engagement, and it sounds really bad, and it can break parts in your gun, which is why sometimes, if you're chasing those higher rates of fire, um, you have to short stroke your gears, meaning you take a couple of teeth off. The pickup side, maybe to keep the timing properly, you would have to adjust. You know, if you want to short stroke a lot of teeth, you would have to take some off the release side as well, I believe. can't explain that topic very well because I don't have the best handle on it. But there's definitely videos out there for it.
Yeah, if you guys are curious, there's definitely tons of videos on short stroking.
Yeah, and there actually are. I know the G and G. Ooh, was it a G and G gear? I don't know. Okay, SEMA Platinums out of the box come short stroked by I think 3 teeth. I think they're 13 to ones and they come pre short stroke. They don't have the full set of teeth on their
Uh,
gears. Those are the
that's interesting to
EMG
know.
gears actually.
That might explain why we had some problems because me and Zach did a build and Zach didn't. Well, I didn't know that at the time. I thought it
Well,
was a full stroke.
with FPS.
Yeah, because then he went in and took three more teeth off. So, what you're saying, that's a six tooth SSG, my man.
You
And
don't call it a six tooth. You say short stroke by 6 teeth.
I don't know.
When
I
you
can say
say six
six.
tooth SSG, it sounds like you have 6 teeth remaining on the gear
I usually
out of
refer.
16.
I usually refer to it as how many teeth I took off.
Yeah, I took 10 teeth
Yeah.
off. No big deal.
I know a friend of mine took eight teeth off a 18 to one set, and that was interesting to see. The most extreme I've done is I took four teeth off a 12 to one set, but that was in a brushless build, which in that case it was kind of necessary because I took one by one off and it was still PMing. I got to four teeth and it stopped catching the piston on the way back, so that worked out.
So why don't we, aside from necessity, why don't we talk about some of the negatives and positives of short
The
stroking? I'll start with
negative,
a negative. You lose
yeah,
FPS and
air volume.
you have to compensate with a stronger spring.
Yeah. You also lose a significant amount of like air volume, depending on how far you take it. But if you take it to like an extreme case, kind of like a DSG, you're
Well,
essentially
it's short
having,
stroking, so your stroke is not as long. And I
yeah,
think that kind of comes with
yeah, you're
it's in the
having
name,
the cylinder volume. So I usually wouldn't go anything past like a couple teeth off, right? But
Don't
if
need
you
to.
have to, things you might have to deal with is like tap
Well,
it
no. We're not talking about necessity anymore. What are the
negatives.
advantages?
Well,
I said my negative.
yeah. Well, advantages trigger response. That thing
Yeah,
is
it's
going
a
to
big
be
one.
dummy snappy because as soon as you pull a trigger, that is just zip.
You don't need any kind of active braking. That
Yeah.
you don't need any. You don't even need a MOSFET. You can short stroke a gun with stock trigger contacts and get stupid trigger response out of it.
Julian,
It's gonna be hell on your gun.
let me see. You can change the slide or the outer barrel. That's all cosmetic. The slide I would run till it
Well,
breaks.
I don't know if I would call the slide
Yeah, slide's not
aluminum
cosmetic.
slide cosmetic.
Kind of is, but
Once you're running at closer to like 120,
you'll
probably
crack
off
the
a Tokyo
plastic.
Marui gun, your plastic slide is I
Gonzo.
wouldn't call it a ticking time bomb, but it's got a lifespan.
Yo, call it what it is. It is a ticking time bomb nowadays, to be honest.
Well,
Like a guarantee.
sometimes your parts go pretty far away when your slide breaks, but that's not always the case.
Yeah.
Because I
Some
don't want to
kid got
start.
hit.
I don't want to tell somebody running around with one of these on their back. Oh yeah, your gun is a ticking time bomb. They might get the wrong idea.
Anyways, we are coming to the end of the stream, but to cover short stroking, since we're talking about gears, yeah, I wouldn't do it to the extreme, uh, unless I was really just messing around
Yeah, you
and see.
could. It might be really cool. It could be very funny.
Yeah, it could be hilarious, but generally, like a couple teeth off on like a high speed build, trigger response
Yeah,
build,
maybe 3 teeth
well,
off.
is beneficial because it is, yeah, you get faster trigger response. It prevents premature engagement.
It's actually easier on your gears and
Yeah,
all that stuff because you're not
pulling
pulling the
the full
spring back.
stroke.
It's not becoming as
Yeah.
compressed as it once was, which is why you
Um,
need a stronger one.
Also, you can, what was I about to say?
My bad.
If you go to the extreme with it, the negative thing that I am afraid you have to deal with is tappet timing.
Yeah,
That's just a matter of cutting and adding a delay chip and seeing when the piston hits and the nozzle
it's a
seals
matter of understanding how your tappet plate
work.
um, and your nozzle are interacting
Yeah.
as the actual cams on the gear are hitting your tappet plate.
Yeah.
Where it
Uh,
needs to be picked up, where it needs to release.
it's definitely an advanced thing, but I think like most techs, like if you could, you know,
Sometimes you don't even need to put any thought in. You just
with mine, I cut four teeth off. I went go I go,
was it all from the pickup side?
no, it was two on pickup, two on release, and I go, huh, I wonder if I need tappet timing. Threw a delay chip in, cut like 2 millimeters off, slapped it together, it worked. So I was like, all right, whatever. But I've seen
Yeah,
the
you might
same,
not have had to do any of that.
yeah.
It's
But
just
I've
like
seen I've seen on the flip side of the coin the same setups on like maybe a faster brushless motor, with a delay chip and a full tappet plate have issues, right? Where it'll shoot fine on semi, but as soon as you go in auto, it's like a 50 FPS drop. That's when you know, okay, maybe I do need to do some tap it timing and kind of get it right. Because it may work in semi, but auto, you're going to drop FPS. I
Well,
mean,
that might be the delay chip too,
yeah,
as
that might be
well.
the delay chip as well.
Because if your nozzle doesn't have enough time to return all the way forward before your piston starts pushing air down, you're
Uh,
definitely going to lose FPS.
yeah, all that air is just going to leak out.
Advanced. It's probably
Yeah.
not very fun to hear us chat about that stuff.
Anyways, what should I do to my Lancer Gen 3? Hudson,
Polish
you
start.
either Polar Star or, I don't know, Peru.
DSG it.
DSG brushless, bro.
I can't recommend.
Yo, I want to do a slow DSG, just a 16 to 1 with a 20K motor,
I already built one. It was too slow.
20K warhead motor.
I used the 18K.
I don't know. Curious. I'm just
It was
curious.
too slow. I'm like,
Yeah.
it's actually our shop custom.
Yeah.
The the well, how much is it? 1,050, I think. It's not even on display.
It's out of rotation right now.
Yeah.
We'll get that back
If
on
you guys are
display.
interested, come up and ask about it. We'll
Yeah.
pull it out of the back for you
Yeah.
guys.
I'll tell you what, if you guys come ask for Garrett's DSG in the next,
We'd love to sell. Oh, well.
if you come ask for Garrett's DSG and ask to see it before the next stream, we'll give you a free pass or something. If you mention our stream and you mention Garrett's slow DSG,
Tax it. Well, it's not slow anymore.
it's very slow.
No, it's not.
Sax is faster.
It's yeah, it's faster. Mine's you don't have to semi-lock mine here.
He does have a point. But yeah, come mention the slow DSG to us, and we'll shoot you a free pass or something. Come chat, buy some stuff.
Secret stream Easter eggs. This
Yep.
is why you guys gotta come and stay till the end.
Yeah, this is why you watch the stream. Anyways, I hope you guys have a great evening, a wonderful night. Um, have fun airsofting. Remember, it's just a game. If you
We'll
guys
see
have
you
any,
guys at some of those events coming
yeah,
up.
if
Yeah.
you guys have any tech questions, please email us at taxcitytech@taxcityairsoft.com. The last thing, actually, if you guys enjoy the stream, please like it, comment, subscribe on the YouTube. If you guys want to see people on stream, we're gonna open it up to influencers, I guess. I mean, uh,
Airsoft celebrities.
so to speak, right?
I think we
Uh,
got Alphonse here next week, right?
yeah. I don't
Or
know
the
if
joke.
Yeah, I don't know if James from NorCal is still watching this, or still watches our live streams, because I know he did when Derek was doing them. But James, if you're watching this, hit me up, dude. It's been a while. Let's get you on stream.
He's
But
from NorCal. He's got to come all the way down here.
no,
Oh, remote?
yeah, we'll do a remote
Whoa,
stream
we're
with
getting
some
advanced.
guys. But yeah, we'll leave you guys with that. If you guys know any airsoft, I guess, like influencers, and you want to see them on our stream, and you want us to pick their brains, or
If you
have
are yourself an airsoft MC.
yeah, if you want to come pick our brains, please get in touch with us, man. We'll see you guys soon, all right? Take care.